Okay, so Kunal, do you like Katy Perry?
Katy Perry, who's that?
My bad. Katy Perry is a very pretty looking singer. She has a song called Wide Awake.
Okay.
And that song is going to be sung by Michael Schumacher soon.
Wow. You have some inside news being the Dr. Rishi Kapoor.
Yes. There it is. Michael Schumacher finally coming out of the induced coma. Now, what the doctors are doing, and for all the inside line F1 blog fans out, and all you guys who are addicted to Formula 1 listening to us, must tell you, Michael Schumacher was in induced coma. Slowly and steadily, the amount of anesthesia given to him is being reduced, which means his brain is getting back into the active state from the vegetative state. And based on how he performs and actually replies and starts moving.
Feedback.
Yes, all the feedback. Oh, telemetry given
I'm
by
the
Michael.
technical guy, not you.
Yes,
Cut it out.
Yes. Michael's telemetry is going to decide his next few laps, but I'm sure it's going to be some great ones. And we are there to cheer him. Race number 92. Could he win it?
Absolutely, yes, Rishi.
Yes. But race number 1 in Melbourne, slightly in danger. They're all talking about Melbourne not liking the hiked fees by Bernie Ecclestone. But what I'm interested is in what the cars are going to look like when they reach there. And have you had a look at the Jerez test and did you like it?
I liked the test because for a change, I realized that the Formula 1 engineers were really challenged. Okay, it was like, oh my God, what's hit us for every single team. But I didn't really like the look of the cars, of course.
So, which according to you is the prettiest car?
Tough one. I'd say they've camouflaged the buck tooth of the Red Bull really well.
Very, very well with the black paint.
Right. And I would say the Anteater Red also looks decent if I don't think of a vacuum cleaner. But probably the Mercedes, which is growing wings as well, desperately trying to win this year, is my favorite car.
Yes, it is the prettiest looking car. There's a new helmet for Nico Rosberg, so there's no two yellows, and it's just nice. And which is the ugliest car?
You mean Hamilton bullied Rosberg into a helmet change? Do you think?
I think Roscoe did. Which is the ugliest looking car this year?
All of them.
Least ugly.
Least ugly to me. I haven't seen the Lotus in real, but I quite like that Batman design.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. But I do know that Caterham ran out of money by the time they reached their nose, which is why they got half a nose.
What is that thing called?
I don't know. But the good news, Rishi, is we're going to have an off-season sale. And Caterham is going to be on sale at the end of the year.
50% off.
50% off.
But this is turning out to be a man sport. Formula 1 is turning out to be a man sport because that thing on Sara 4Sunday F1 cars. What is that thing called, that black color thing?
It's on the Toro Unchained. It's on every possible car that you'll see, I guess. But you know what, Rishi, on a serious note, this is all down to the regulations.
Is it?
And it's all down to all the technical masterminds trying to, make do of what's been thrown at them and make the most of it. And in my view, I think the marketing guys in Formula 1 need to have a larger say on how the cars are looking rather than just the technical guys. I think it's leading to marketing over technical, and it's really the need of the hour.
No, I think there's another theory behind it. See, what has happened is because Vettel has won so much, the ratings in Formula 1 is actually dropped by 10% last year.
That's 50 million people less.
Yes, so Bernie Ecclestone is really worried, and he wanted to get some spice in the sport. So that's the thing that's coming out is rather suggestive of how naked Formula 1 is. And finally, we're getting our hearts out to that. But question to be asked, Lotus, idiots or heroes? Because, they didn't run. So they saved a lot of money they need. And
they paid their participation fees with that.
They did.
They did. Even Marussia did. But I think Lotus would think they're smart. But anyone missing out on testing in this year is pretty stupid. And let's look at it this way. Every single team, when you ask them, what do you want to change about Formula 1? Everyone says, we want to test more. And then when you have a test that happens, you either sit out or you have cooling issues.
Kunal, you can't call Lotus stupid. Ask me why.
Why is that?
They've already hired Pastor Maldonado. They can't do anything to prove it.
Yeah, but the problem, Rishi, is going to be, I won't be able to not like their car. They have a Batman-looking car,
That's a cool-looking one. I'm absolutely, you Batman, me Robin. But Red Bull Renault, not looking good. They're actually looking like the Jokers from Batman because they really, really don't have anything under their belt.
I have no idea what Red Bull's doing. But I do know, and this is of course down to knowing how Adrian Newey likes to do his things, is if the Renault engine works, boom, they're going to just fly.
I know, it's still looking like a very cool aerodynamic car, but it has overheating issues because Adrian Newey really likes to pack the car really tight.
Yeah, I know. We've always read about it.
Yeah. I think we should do what we do to our regular cars.
What?
If they have overheating issues, we put an extra coolant. Buy an expensive one. I'll pay you the money. But McLaren rear end, the rear end of the McLaren, very chunky. Becoming the favorite McLaren, looking very quick.
Yes. What looks quick in testing may not be quick in Melbourne since we're
True
talking
that.
about it.
True that.
But that rear-wing structure, etc., that they've done, if it's deemed legal by the FI, everyone's going to copy it.
Looks
That's
like.
the fun in Formula One.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But interestingly, they've gone and they poached Eric Boulier, who I believe was bullied from Lotus away. Okay. And he's become the sporting director. Martin Whitmarsh is nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Although there are talks that there's going to be a direct swap between the two. Okay. But, this crucially brings me to another, of course, before I go to the crucial part, we have Ross Brown, who just a couple of days back said, adios Formula One. And he's retiring. But I really think he's going to make a comeback, Rishi.
Yeah, actually, the fishing he does is going to be available in Kolivada to eat very soon.
But wait. So coming to my point, and we've spoken about this before, is there a crunch of smart technical staff in Formula One?
Obviously.
The same guys are shuffling all around, going to the same team, to the different team, coming back, and it's the same guys. It's Newey Braun, it's Paddy Lowe, and now Eric Boulier and Martin Whitmarsh and Sam Michaels. Same guys who are just going round and round.
No, but the deal is what nobody realizes. If the McLaren is going to do really well this year, it's going to be because of Martin Whitmarsh's work, which is going to be overshadowed.
Yeah.
Just because he's going to be kicked
Ditto with Ross Brown. I'm just waiting to see who's going to take credit for the What's Up car.
The What's Up car, yes. It's got a great name. It's looking really nice. And, of all the cars that actually broke down on the first lap, Mercedes was the only one that did not.
Yes.
There was a red flag because of a Ferrari and all the other teams.
Yeah, but Mercedes has still not learned from Korea last year. So they had Rosberg's wing falling off.
Yeah, it did.
And this time, apparently, they had Hamilton's wing going
falling off. So, Red Bull has the wings, but it doesn't work. These guys have wings that fall. And
they overheat.
And we have cars that go slow. So all of the drivers have been saying that since the V10, V12 era, this car is actually about 9 seconds slower than the V12 era.
That's like what, the Grand Prix 2 lap times, I guess?
The GP2 lap time.
So it's a GP2 lap time with a Formula 1 sounding engine.
Which is just weird because, a lot of drivers are saying they're still fun to drive and maybe they're trying to cover it in the power unit.
Of course they're covering up, Rishi.
So what do you think is going to happen? Because drivers are saying they're going to get
I
faster.
agree with Adrian Sutil when he says the cars could end up going as much as 4 seconds quicker by the end of the season. And that's true because they'll get used to the systems, they'll get used to how the cars are behaving around it. I, of course, expect him to go quicker.
I think it's really funny that Adrian says something like that because last year, by the end of the year, he was 4 seconds slower than where he started.
Really?
In Australia.
No, that was down to tires, Rishi.
Say what you want to. Okay. But having said that, you sent me a very interesting article last week, and that was about Webber talking about Vettel, how he's got Alonso cornered with the Pirelli tires, and how he destroyed Webber's career on Pirelli tires, and the fact that he really is better on Pirelli. But this year, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yes, it's an unknown season we're all entering. But crucially, what Webber said, and I would love to see something like this happen, is that Vettel's probably going to call it quits earlier than what we all expect. So we may not see him racing like Michael did till 44, but he'll win potloads of championships. He'll probably have he'll have a fun drive in the red cars, and then he'll say adios as well.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. He's achieved everything early, and
he's got a daughter as well. So.
Oh yes, without getting married. That's not even allowed in our country.
Even Formula 1 is not allowed in our country as we speak.
You know what? He should name his daughter P0. But that's how Formula 1 is looking right now. It's unpredictable. We don't know where it's going. We don't know who's the fastest. We just have our favorites. We have good looking cars and ugly looking cars and cars that have something really funny in the front. But wherever Formula 1 goes, we are catching it, tapping it, minute by minute, second by second. You can like us on our Facebook page, which is
Facebook.com/Inside Line F1 Podcast. But Rishi,
yes,
you just said the cars look funny. Formula 1's going a funnier route. Do you really think they're taking the Inside Line Formula 1 podcast seriously as well?
They should, because like you said, there's dearth of talent, so there's only you and me left. Hire us. Eric Boulier who?